Turn on the faucet, out comes the water. Something few of us think about, but perhaps we should.
The average person on the street has no concern for the value of water, and yet we live in a desert. Go figure.
John Holm was one of the few people who attended a water rate study forum hosted by the city of Garden Grove, which has a problem.
The cost of water is a function of the cost of electricity. That's it, pure and simple. We've had enormous increases in our pumping cost and our electrical cost.
And with the drought, the people of Garden Grove cut their water usage by about 1/3, which means less revenue for the city water division, now facing an annual deficit of about $2 million a year.
And at the same time, the system continues to age, and we have capital improvements that we need to do. So with less revenue and having some work to do, that's put us in a situation where we need to adjust our rates.
So when you think about the information you're seeing and listening to today, please recall the goal of sufficient and safe water at the lowest possible cost.
The water forum explained all the stuff we don't see that keeps the water flowing. Garden Grove has 13 wells, 5 pumping stations, and 8 reservoirs that hold enough water to cover a football field 125 feet deep. And we need it. The average water customer uses 75 5-gallon jugs of water every day. There's more than 400 miles of water pipe under city streets, but almost half of that pipe is more than 60 years old, and most of the reservoirs are over 40 years old. There's lots of other equipment that wears out too, like the fire hydrant that would save your house if it ever caught fire. Repairs for all of that stuff will cost more than $36 million over the next 5 years, or even more.
Just the equipment hatch going down into the reservoir, you can see that it's in definite need of repair.
It's less expensive to do maintenance than it is to do emergency repairs.
The proposed rate hike would be phased in over 5 years, and at the end, cost an average single-family home an extra $10 a month. Even with rising water costs from Orange County and metropolitan water districts, Garden Grove hasn't seen a water rate increase since 2007, more than 10 years ago. A public hearing on the rate change is set for March 13th at 6:30 at the Community Meeting Center. Drive safely and watch for kids. A simple message at Jordan Intermediate School, but so important.
Put the phone down, keep your eyes on the road. You only get one chance at childhood. Let's keep our kids safe.
The accident reduction team of the Garden Grove Police Department joined parents, school leaders, and activists at the city's first Safe Routes to School event, held at Jordan Intermediate and nearby Cook Elementary, both on Woodbury Avenue.
Trying to promote traffic safety, car seat safety, bike helmet safety, anything and everything related to traffic.
Dogs and animals can be very dangerous when you're walking. So even if they're the cutest things in the world, do not touch.
Shore Denny, CEO of Community Now, was among those taking part in the program.
I drove my daughter to school one day and saw all these babies walking alone on major streets, and it really freaked me out. And I tried to think of what I could do.
Safe Routes to School is an outgrowth of the Reimagine Garden Grove campaign to make the city a safer place for pedestrians, bicyclists, and school children. The serious message of safety was seasoned with a good dose of fun activities, including drawing for new bikes.
Yes, it's a match, and we have a winner.
The city is installing additional street signage to help keep our kids safe, and more events like this one are in the works.
This is a great program. We hope to do this in many other schools. There are actually 6 schools that are targeted for the Safe Routes to School. We're hoping to go district-wide.
Dragon dancers, martial arts, and a fashion show of cultures.
Last but not least, we have Korea!
Just part of the 11th annual Lunar New Year celebration at Garden Grove's Ethan Allen Elementary, celebrating the Year of the Dog, an animal we can all learn from.
I'm going to be faithful, trustworthy, and work hard to protect those they care about. Like me, I'll protect you, Tarsha. You're my best friend.
witty and talented student trio hosted the event, and this show was all about the students of all ages, showing their attentive parents the traditional dances they've worked hard to learn.
They work almost every day on it. Parents are involved in teaching them the dances as well as our teachers and staff, and so it just becomes a big part of our community.
So Lackawanna took half the children with him to the sea, and Olga took half the children with her to the mountains. One of their children became the first king of Vietnam.
First named after the Vietnamese Tet celebration, the event was later renamed the Lunar New Year celebration to include the many cultures represented by its diverse student body. And it was clear from both the children and the parents that this show was a huge hit. Good news to the young hosts.
I want people to feel happy when you're a host. You kind of don't want them to be oh and stuff. You want them to be happy and enjoy the show.
This is Mark Bedore reporting.